founded in Hiroshima, Japan in 1920, Mazda treats you to this 2021 Mazda 3 Sport 100th Anniversary Edition. Mazda is releasing a limited run of 100th Anniversary Edition vehicles, and they will include this Mazda 3 Sport, the Mazda 3 Sedan, the CX-5 and 9 SUVs, and the MX-5 and MX-5 RF. Let's dive in and see what this special edition Mazda 3 is all about. Thank you to North Hale Mazda of Calgary, Alberta for letting us borrow this vehicle. If you're interested in this or anything else on their lot, the link is right below that like button. So you're probably wondering, what makes this a 100th special anniversary edition? What's so unique about it? Well, let me show you exactly what makes it unique. All right, so to start off the special edition list, we have a unique snowflake white pearl paint job, and the interior is finished in garnet red leather trimmed interior. Next up on the list is the matching floor carpets in red. Just like the red leather seats, these carpets are red as well, and they feature the 100th anniversary logo right towards the bottom there. Moving on to the headrest, you can see that they're also embossed, and they kind of have this embroidering of the 100th anniversary logo. Next up is that key fob, which has the same 100th anniversary logo embossed in it as well. Right after that, the wheels, finished in this glossy black, also have the 100th anniversary center caps. And the last thing that's part of that list is the 100 years logo that are on the front two fenders. All right, so let's take a look underneath the hood. We have a Skyactiv G 2.5 liter turbocharged engine, an engine that they introduce later on, which is the engine of preference if you're an enthusiast. So this four-banger makes 250 horsepower if you put in 93 octane fuel, and if you choose 87 octane fuel, it's got 207 power it'll put out. And for torque, we have about 320 pound-feet of torque. Once again, that's with 93 octane fuel. If you opt out for 87 octane, you are going to get 310 pound-feet of torque. So definitely impressive numbers, and that was all mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission, no CVTs here, and you put that power down through a all-wheel drive system, which also makes it super unique. The power combo with the transmission and the engine makes this definitely an enthusiast choice. So now that I've shown you what that special anniversary edition package includes, I've showed you the engine as well, let's move on to the front. This thing has an amazing, menacing, kind of mean, sinister kind of look, very accurate-ish, to be honest with you. If you take a look at the headlights, you have a full LED setup with LED daytime running lights, turn signals, low beams, high beam. You have that very nice, unique, darkened grille and a darkened front splitter. And that Mazda logo in the center obviously houses everything for your safety sensors. Moving on to the side, we're going to take a look at these 18-inch wheels that ride on 215 series tires, finished in gloss black. They definitely look nice. I like them as well. They have that red ring, letting people know that this is the 100th anniversary edition vehicle. Moving down towards the lower portion of the side, you have the splitters as well, finished in gloss black. You have that 100th anniversary badge logo as well that I showed you earlier. I'll show you again right now. And moving on to the rear C-pillar area, it's definitely thicker than most, I would say. And I would say it also affects your right side blind spot whenever you're driving. But overall, it's a pretty unique design choice. I don't really see too many hatchbacks that kind of look like the Mazda 3. So you might like that, you might not. Moving on to the back, we're going to take a look at what the rear encapsulates. You have this gloss black rear spoiler. Looks nice, pretty long as well, elongated as well. The rear tail lights, full LED setup for your brake lights, your reverse, your turn signals, all LEDs, which I love to see. Moving down towards the lower portion of that, you have the same gloss lower splitter. It basically carries the theme of the sides and the front and the spoiler as well. That white and black combination looks really nice. I bet an all black version will look even just more menacing, more cool. You have an active exhaust as well. No fake exhaust, no fake pipes at all. Take a listen and see what it sounds like. So as you can see, it's not meant to sound like a performance hot hatch because that's not what it is. It's a really fun and powerful hatchback to drive, but it's got more refinement and that luxury kind of premium feel to it. Even though it's the segment it's in, it will be more considered mainstream. I still believe it kind of punches above its class. So while we're at the back, let me also show you the cargo capacity in this. So to open up the cargo area, your tailgate, Mazda hides the button right below the Mazda logo. Pretty sneaky. I was looking for it too, wondering where it was. Once you have that puppy open though, with the seats folded down, or sorry, with the seats not folded down, you're going to have about 20 cubic feet of space. And if you want more space, you can always fold down that second row and you will get up to 47 cubic feet of space, which is awesome. That's why people get hatchbacks, right? So that's what it is. Now, I'm going to take you on a POV tour of the inside, and hopefully you like it, because I really like it. Really premium. Let's check it out. Right, let's jump in and see what this Mazda interior looks like. First of all, we open this door up, and even just looking at the door panel before you even jump in, it looks so nice. That white leather trimmed upper door panel area with the stitching, the silver accented door handles, the Bose 12 speaker audio system with that metal cover grille as well. It makes it look so nice. Even the switches, when you press them, it just got like a nice high quality feel, and it's one touch for all four as well. Now moving into the inside, you have power seat for the driver's side, but the passenger side will be manual. But let's keep that in mind and jump on in. Wow. So let me turn the heater down a little bit, or the AC, sorry. It's actually hot enough to turn the AC on. What a surprise. Wow. Look at this interior. If it doesn't scream wow, I don't know what's going to make you scream wow in this class of vehicle. So the wheel itself, I love it. Circular airbag, my favorite kind of design. Silver accented buttons for your audio controls, and then your safety systems on the right side. Nice thin spokes, leather wrapped stitching as well. You have a digital area for your tach right there, and then analog, let me cover this up. Analog tachometer and analog gauges for your temperature controls. Sorry, your temperature controls, your coolant temperature and your fuel. And then to the left portion over here, look at that. Isn't that nice? Beautiful. So you have your memory seat options right here. Pretty cool that you have memory seats in this vehicle. Most of the vehicles in its class doesn't. You have your 360 camera button and your other safety sensors over here as well. And I'll show you that in a little bit. Look at the way the vents are designed. Like, very unique. You can tell they thought about this really nice. It has a whole really nice kind of continual flow to it. Nothing looks out of place. Nothing looks odd. It's all kind of well put together. Let's talk about this infotainment. Infotainments are extremely important, right? I agree. So, in this one, we have an 8.8-inch infotainment system. I know you see those lines kind of coming down. That's just the camera, how they pick things up for some reason. And in real life, when you're looking at it, it's a clear, crystal clear display, and it doesn't show that. That's just what every camera is going to do, no matter what angle I put it from, obviously. So you have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. That is standard on the upper trims. I think the base trim doesn't have it, but everything else does, so that is always good. Since we have the highest trim available, you also have those 12 speaker Bose audio system as well with these metal speaker cover grills. That's a great sounding audio unit for this class of vehicle as well, so another big win for that. Let me put it into reverse. The backup camera is super nice. You also have a 360 cam as well, if Benji wasn't standing on the back. So once again, all these screens are kind of showing that's what the camera picks up, but it's a super crystal clear display. I was in the Honda Civic hatchback recently, and excuse me, even in the regular Honda Civics, and the backup camera is not nearly as good quality. That's one thing you need to work on. But anyways, this backup camera with the 360 cam gives you plenty of good, clear vision. And then moving on to the lower portions here. Engine start stop button, your temperature controls. Hey, hashtag save the knobs. I love it. Silver trimmed. It's nice silver trims everywhere, actually. This goes along. Dials are always great. You know, your fan increase and decrease speed. Heated steering wheel, heated seats as well. That's awesome. One thing I had trouble finding was how to redirect the airflow, but it's basically these two buttons right here. They're not labeled, but they have this little indent on them to let you kind of feel it. There we go. So basically from here you can control your fan direction, and then from here you select either air coming in from the outside or redirecting on the inside. So all right, moving down to the lower portion, you have a USB, a storage cubby, cup holders, and then you move down to your transmission, a 6-speed transmission with sport mode as well. You can see the Calgary Tower right here, hashtag Calgary. Your electronic parking brake, auto hold, and then you have your Joy joystick and controls, basically, your audio controls as well. This is awesome. You know, Mazda's kind of the only one that, you know, they've been doing this for a while, obviously, but they're the only ones that have been doing that in this kind of class of vehicle. But people are kind of catching on, but it's nice to see them kind of starting that out. You can move this, readjust it back and forth if you want to. Let's open it up. Boom. Look at that. Plenty of space as well. You have your USB controls or USB cable input as well. And then you open this puppy up. You have your power adapter. All right, so most of the interiors on the front end at least is good. Let's talk about these seats. The seats themselves are super nice. That embroidery, that red leather, oh, beautiful. And that's actually real leather as well. The base trim gives you leatherette, but this has real leather, so super nice to see. There's Benji scheming. And yeah, so overall, let me set this up to where I would have it if I was comfortable, which kind of I'm at. And in case you're wondering, if you're a new viewer, I am 6'1", so I'm gonna jump into the back seat and show you how much room I have. Let's step into the rear. So once again, this is that area I was showing you, kind of an odd kind of shape, a really thick C panel. But anyways, let's jump in. So the same treatment is pretty much what you get. You get that white leather trimmed door panel area, and then obviously kind of matches the exterior here. That's kind of cool. So let me jump in. You probably noticed that the carpet down here, let me close that properly, that the carpet down here is also kind of that fuzzy red interior, matches the seats as well. So nothing really going on, right? No kind of heated seat buttons here, no connectivity, no vents or anything. That's kind of expected. But other than that, I do have a tough time with my head. If I can show you, let me try to show you that. Okay, see that? No? Yeah, you probably can't. So this is kind of the ceiling right here, and my head is pretty much right here. Maybe it's just because of my longer hair as well, but it's not that bad. So a little bit tight on the knee room. A little bit tight on the knee room here. Obviously, I have the seat more comfortably set back. If I had to, I could sit in here for a little bit of a car ride, go on a road trip or something. And other than that, you know, you have small little windows going on as well. Not really how much to talk about over here. I prefer to be in the front. I guess the shorter friends I have would be in the back. Yeah, as one thing I forgot to mention was that heads-up display. I couldn't see it earlier. So there you go. This thing also has a heads-up display, which is very rare kind of for its class of vehicle as well, but it's also nice to have. All right, ladies and gentlemen, while we're at this red light giving you our driving impressions, let's quickly talk about pricing. So the base MSRP here in Canada, as per their website, Mazda.ca's website, is $23,376 Canadian. Works out to 18,477 USD as a direct conversion. That may or may not be accurate as to the actual pricing that they select over there. Our trim, which is the highest you can get here in Canada, the MSRP is $38,976, and the USD conversion is $30,807. So it can definitely work its way up quite a bit depending on what trim level that you get. But of course, all these prices do not include taxes or dealer fees or extras, and these conversions are done during the filming period, give or take a week. All right, so here we are. I'm going to put this in sport mode while we drive around. We can't really give you too many good impressions since there's speed limits here and people all around. We want to be safe, obviously. So, but overall, you know, driving wise, the only downside about the driving portion is probably visibility. It is a little bit difficult to see through the back window. It's kind of, you know, slanted and more smaller as well. The blind spots I mentioned as well. The side mirrors, they're okay. They seem a little bit on the smaller side, or the shape of the mirror maybe, which makes it more difficult to see on the side. But overall, everything else though, when you're driving it, it's pretty comfy. You hear very little road noise coming in from the outside world. The seats themselves are pretty comfortable. Overall, driving it is pretty enjoyable, that's for sure. All right, so we have some nice kind of paddle shifters as well that we get. So obviously the pickup is pretty nice on this thing, and it sounds very nice as well. And even the paddle shifters, they respond super quickly. You heard that noise coming in. You do feel the road's bumps, that's for sure. But you know, you got to make sacrifices with what you want. You want fun, comfort, pick and choose. Whew, that sound is nice, man.
Punch it.
I hope you guys heard that sound. That was pretty fun. What do you think about that, Benji?
Pretty fast, pretty quick pickup and everything, you know?
Yeah, it definitely puts smiles on your faces. And that's what a car should be doing as your daily driver. Yeah, unfortunately, guys, I just don't have enough road nearby me to actually show you a full kind of acceleration here, just because there's lights and stop signs or people everywhere, and we're in mainly like downtown and residential areas, and I don't want to take this car too far away without Mazda's permission, because it's a brand new car as well, and the last thing we want to do is put 1 million kilometers on it. So unfortunately I can't show you guys that part, but you know, everything else, I really hope you do enjoyed it. If you did like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that like button. We definitely need your help to get up there. Without you, we wouldn't be making these videos, and we really appreciate you being here. So if you enjoyed the video, we'll see you next time. Make sure to be back. Peace.